It's Black Friday and there's so many discounts on both Amazon and AliExpress for cycling gear, for bikes, for carbon wheels, jerseys, bib shorts, bike upgrades. And so I basically review cycling gear for a living. And in this video, I'm going to go over the best value or the biggest discounted cycling products that I recommend. So I've reviewed over 100 cycling products this year so far. And so I have a relatively decent idea of what is a good product and what is not a good product. If you are interested, I've basically ranked every single product I reviewed on the Cycling Gear Leaderboard, and I'll drop a link in the description below if you do want free access to this. Anyway, quick disclaimer. I've bought with my own money about 90% of the products that I'm going to talk about in this video, maybe 85% of the products I made in this video, and about 10 to 15% of the products I was given for free to review. As always, I'll be 100% transparent. I will tell you before I talk about the product whether I was given it for free to review. Because sometimes I do have to accept free products because I don't, unfortunately, have unlimited cash yet. So the first product that I'm going to talk about, and I did buy this with my own money, and it cost me, and you can kind of see why I don't have much money to keep buying lots and lots and lots of gear. But this cost me $1,557.22 of my own hard-earned cash. And I did get I think I had a discount code because it was originally for $1,632. However, the SAVA A7L Pro, I've got a full video review on my YouTube channel. Possibly the best value product I've ever bought cycling related. So let me explain. The SAVA A7L Pro, it's on a Black Friday offer, $1,558. It was apparently $3,180. I don't think it ever was, or at least I don't think it ever sold at $3,180, but $1,558, and you can get $150 off. So the actual price will be about $1,400 free shipping. That's even cheaper than I got it for. And I got a bit of stick for this video. So I bought this product. I bought this bike for $1,557. Made a video review on it, and then as soon as I made the review, SAVA hiked the price up by like $100, and I got a lot of stick in the comments of people saying, "Oh, Mike, the bike is not $1,500." And it's like, well, I can't control whether the company increases or decreases the prices. Anyway, you'll be happy to know they've decreased the price, and they've even whacked off an extra $150, so $1,400, and it's a ridiculously good value for money bike. So for $1,400, this is what you're getting: a full carbon bike. You've got aero handlebars with integrated cables, so super clean. You've got a carbon seat post. It's an aero carbon seat post. This saddle is the most comfortable that comes as stock, the most comfortable saddle I've ever sat on. It comes with 105 group sets, 24-speed hydraulic brakes, they call it, and 50mm carbon wheels as stock for $1,400. Tell me that's not an absolute bargain. If this had a Trek logo on it, you'd be looking at 2 times, probably even 3 times the price. Now, it's not perfect, and I've put, I don't know, a good few thousand kilometers on this bike. It's not perfect. Firstly, the tire clearance is only 28mm. I would have loved to see it at least 30, even 32mm. That's the direction the tires are going. That's my first kind of issue with it, if you can call it an issue at $1,400. The second thing is straight away swap the tires out. Like, I get some, I don't know, Continental GP5000 STRs on these. It will completely transform the bike. It's an extra $100, $130 maybe, but it's so worth it. And the third thing is, or the third kind of issue that I have with it is, when I got it delivered in the post, the box was a bit bashed up, and so I was like, oh, that's not good. So I unboxed it, and there was like the bar tape was a little bit cut, and there was a tiny little chip in the front of the bike on the paint. And there was one other issue. There was something else, like a small chip on the paint somewhere else on the bike as well. And so I wasn't too pleased with that. So I messaged customer service, and on AliExpress, it's a bit like some AliExpress stores, very good customer service, others not so good. However, to give credit where it's due, I took the pictures and of the chips and the torn tape on the handlebars, and I said, "What can you do about this? Because this is not good. I've literally just unboxed the delivery," and they said, credit to them, they said, "Send it to your local bike shop, get an invoice. We'll pay for all of the repairs. You can do that, or send it back and we'll give you a full refund." So they gave me an option, or they gave me two options, and I decided to take it to the bike shop, get it repaired, and then I sent the invoice to SAVA, and they sent me back the amount that it took to repair. So massive credit to SAVA. And other than that, incredible bike. I really do recommend this for $1,400. I've never seen it at $1,400. I thought I got a good bargain at $1,557 because I'd never seen it. It's exactly August, September, October, November. It's exactly 3 months. So today's the 25th of November. I bought it on August the 25th. And in those 3 months, I've never seen it lower than $1,557. And now it's $1,400. Now, one thing that you should probably know is the difference between A7L, SAVA A7L, and the A7L Pro. So this is the A7L, and this is the A7L Pro. I went with the Pro because it comes with the Shimano 105 R7 120 group sets, whereas the A7L comes with a relatively cheaper group set. So I was like, it's like $100 more, but you get a proper Shimano 105 group set. So I was like, it's worth the extra $100. I'm glad I did. So if you're wondering why there's two, that's why. Now, I would also recommend you go to directly to SAVA's official store on AliExpress. I do have links in the description below to the exact store, and I think this is important, to the exact store that I bought mine from, because this is SAVA's official store. I wouldn't buy this bike from a third-party store, just because if you do have any issues with it, I know for a fact, or at least with me, the SAVA official store, their customer service was on point. Very happy with that. So yeah, totally recommend the SAVA A7L Pro. Other than the QC issues, which I will also say the QC issues came more from the delivery as opposed to out of the factory. Like I could see that the box was damaged, and I think it was more of a fault with the delivery company as opposed to SAVA's fault. But then again, SAVA did choose that delivery company. So there you go. Either way, highly recommend. Next is the CYCPLUS DC1. So, disclaimer, they sent this out to me a few months ago. I've been using it for a couple of months. I'm sat at my desk here, and the pedal exerciser is literally right below the desk. And I like it more than I thought I would. There's a few caveats to it. There's a few disadvantages to it. So it is, as the shows, it's a pedal exerciser, $161. It was $199. This is a legit discount. They're still selling it for $199 on their main website. It's very well reviewed on Amazon, very well reviewed on Google and Reddit. Now, this is not going to replace your Jet Black Victory smart trainer or whatever Garmin smart trainer for training for an Ironman or whatever, right? That is not what this does. What it does is, if you have, let's say, a desk job and you're sat down the whole day, it just helps you continue moving. It helps get the blood flowing. And what I like, so I've got a standing desk here, so I'll make it go up here. So it's going up, it goes down. And so what I like is, if I'm sitting down, I can be pedaling on this exerciser, and then if I'm standing up, then I'm standing up, so I don't need to use it. So it just makes, I work on my laptop probably, I don't know, at least 10 hours a day, and I'm very cautious. Like, I've got a slip disc. I slipped a disc a few years ago, so I do have some lower back issues, and if I'm sat down for too long, then that's not good for my back. So, you know, the exerciser, and compared with a standing desk, just helps me be a bit more active. Now, as I mentioned, there was a caveat to this. You can't really use it if you're sitting on a chair with wheels, because when you're pedaling, I'll pedal right now. So when you're pedaling, you will push yourself back. But if you're sat on a normal chair with 4 legs, then it's absolutely fine. And I don't know, it's just nice to be burning calories while you're on a Zoom call, or while you've got your Excel spreadsheets, or while you're filming videos for YouTube. It is very quiet to use, so if you wanted to use it in your office, you're not going to be bothering anyone. One thing I will say, you've got someone carrying it here. It is quite heavy. I wouldn't want to necessarily travel with this, but if you have it in your office, so I work from home. This is kind of my home office, and I have it here pretty much all of the time. I wouldn't take it traveling with me to the hotel because it is very heavy. Yeah, highly recommend. Like I say, it's not going to replace your smart trainer, but at $161 when it is usually $190, I think you can't go, and free delivery as well, you can't go too wrong with this. Next on the list, YKYWBIKE bib shorts. I absolutely love these bib shorts, because bib shorts, typically you want to be spending a bit more on bib shorts. Like jerseys, you can get away with just kind of rummaging around the bargain bucket in your local store. But bib shorts, I really do think it's worth investing in better bib shorts, because, you know, the better chamois is, the more comfortable your ride is going to be, etc. However, YKYWBIKE blew my mind when I bought these for $32 with my own money, $32.63, about 4 or 5 months ago, on May the 22nd. So this is my Cycling Gear Leaderboard. It's basically where I rank everything, all the products that I've reviewed, in terms of how much I like them. It is subjective, it's how much I like them, it's my own experience, so your mileage may vary. But the second best review product that I really like is the YKYWBIKE bib shorts. I've got a pair of very expensive MAP bib shorts. The quality on the straps, if I did a blind test, I wouldn't be able to tell you the strap quality between the $28.82 bib shorts and the $250 or $350 MAP bib shorts. Like the quality is very similar, and it's $28.82, but then minus $3, so it's even cheaper. So you get $25.82, free shipping. It's absolute madness. 2,000 sold, 358 reviews, 4.9 stars. It's very rare that I'm blown away by a product, and I'm not affiliated with YKYWBIKE. I've never been in contact with them other than being a customer like everyone else. But ridiculously good value for money. Very highly recommended. I can ride for 100 kilometers, 150 kilometers with these bib shorts, and my ass is absolutely fine. And touch wood, I mean, I've only had them since May, but in terms of durability, they should last a long time. I don't have any issues so far. Like I say, if you do want access to this Cycling Leaderboard, by the way, links in the description below. It's for free. Why not? So a lot of my training is injury prevention. So I've got the Bob and Brad Q-Toe Pro Mini massage gun maybe 6 or 7 months ago. It's my lower vertebrae, so I slipped a disc 4 or 5 years ago, and I have some issues every now and again, very occasionally. It's not the end of the world. It just, like, every 2 or 3 months, I get some back issues and or spine issues and or neck issues, because the issues kind of travel up the spine up to my neck. And so there's 2 things that I use. The first thing is the back massager. So sometimes my neck gets so bad that I literally, like, my range of motion is there. Like, I can't turn to the left, which is kind of awkward when driving, actually, or even riding a bike, when you want to do your shoulder checks and you can't move your neck. But the back massager, now, it's not on a Black Friday discount, which is a bit of a shame, because it's still 14% discount, which is decent. But if you do have neck issues, if you do have shoulder issues, I could highly recommend Bob and Brad back massager. It's very good quality, ridiculously good quality. I wasn't expecting it. It doesn't look that good quality in the pictures, but like, this thing will last. It also heats up. So you're not only getting massaging your neck or other parts of your body, apparently, but it also heats up as well. And the second thing, so I feel like an old man talking about injuries, but I occasionally, not anymore, not these days, but about a year and a half ago, I was training for a marathon. I was basically overtraining. My mind just wanted to train and run. But then my body just couldn't keep up, and the marathon was coming up in like 1 or 2 months, and I was overtraining, and then I messed my knee up. Ended up missing the marathon because I was injured, but this really helped. Built like an absolute tank. It doesn't, again, it's similar to this, It doesn't look like it, but it's very, how do you call it? I don't want to say heavy, quite heavy, but it's built very, very well. Like it's not plasticky, like it's very metally. Is that a word? Metally? Um, but yeah, Bob and Brad, they're very well known on YouTube. They've got a YouTube channel, very big YouTube channel. They're actual, is it physiotherapists? Is that the right word? And I mean, 14,770 reviews, averaging 4.6 stars, 23% discount, $69. It also comes in a travel case, a very compact travel case so that you can travel with it. So, you know, if you do have injuries, or if you're just kind of warming down after a long bike ride, very, very helpful indeed. This will last you, or I can't say will, it should last you a very long time. And as with everything, by the way, in this video, all the products that I talk about, I'll have links in the description below. Now, on to the next product, which is, I've never owned a Gakiron. I don't know whether that's how you pronounce it, Gakiron. I've never owned a Gakiron product until about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I actually have it here. So I have this bike light. It's 1,700 lumens. It's $63 down from $79.99. It's very, very heavy, but very, very bright. It's built, I feel like I've said this often, it's built like an absolute tank, but this actually is. Like, it's not, I don't know what material they use. Is it metal? It feels very metally. I've used that word before as well. It's very metally, and it's undermounted, so it will go like this. So it wouldn't really fit. I feel like it would be a bit too heavy for your like super light road bike or aero bike. It would fit more a mountain bike, especially 1,700 lumens. But who's to say that you can't use this light on a road bike? I just said it. But 1,700 lumens, more than bright enough. I think it's the second brightest light that I have. I have a 10,000 lumen bike light from New Baller, which is just too much. It's too much. 1,700 is like, I don't see why you'd need more than 1,700 lumens unless you're maybe doing off-roading. What I do like about this light is that it has a very clear cutoff. Actually, you can see the pictures here. It has a very clear cutoff, glare cutoff, is that what you call it? Which is nice, because I don't like, especially with a bike light that's 1,700 lumens, I just feels very self-conscious with a light that where the light is just uncontrollable and it shines all over the place. So I feel a lot more comfortable when driving or riding in traffic where there's oncoming vehicles, where you've got a very clear cutoff and you can see very clearly where the light is shining and where it's not shining. So I only have one other light like this, which is the Magic Shine Hori 900, and this light. So it's really nice to see that kind of technology in this. It's also IP6 waterproof, and it also has, you might have it here, a button where you can put it on your handlebars, so you don't need to reach down. I don't actually use this that much. I'd rather just, because on my handlebars, it's right there. So I literally just reach and turn it on and turn it off. But yeah, very bright light. Highly recommend. Type-C charging, as you'd expect in 2025, moving into 2026. And it also has a high beam and low beam. You don't want to be using high beam 1,700 lumens where there's a lot of other vehicles and pedestrians, but maybe off-road, or maybe where country roads where there's not as many vehicles, not as many pedestrians, or no pedestrians, even better. You've even got the cutoff beam here, an example, which is quite nice. So again, links in the description below. And if you have experienced any of these products, do let me know in the comments. And if you want to download this leaderboard, link in the description below is completely for free. And I've made a series of these Black Friday videos. If you want to watch any of those, you can click on these videos here, and I'll see you over there.